Chris Eubank Jr. offered huge fight at 168, I would take that. After losing in his rematch to Conor Benn in November, Chris Eubank Jr. has revealed that he will remain in the sport and move up to super middleweight, where he could potentially be tasked with a surprise opponent. Eubank came out on top when he and Benn collided in a Fight of the Year contender last April, but when they rematched 7 months later, he was clearly hindered by a difficult weight cut as he looked a shadow of himself in a one-sided unanimous decision defeat. Regardless of that performance, Eubank refuses to retire and has instead unveiled plans to campaign at super middleweight, a weight at which he has not fought since his 2019 victory over James DeGaulle. There are suggestions that 36-year-old Eubank may attempt to win his first world title, possibly challenging Hamza Shiraz for the WBO crown later in the year, providing Shiraz defeats Alim Bejic for the vacant title in May. However, in an interview with Sky Sports, Benn declared that he would be willing to revisit his rivalry with Eubank Jr. and face his foe up at super middleweight for their trilogy fight. Thinking about it, I would fight him at 168 pounds, I would. Again, not for anything else other than to beat him convincingly again, because I am just a better boxer. I just have better ring IQ, I am faster, I am more agile, I punch harder, I have better endurance. In every sector, I am better than him. Benn is expected to return to the welterweight division for his debut with Zuffa Boxing following a shock split from his longtime promoters, Matchroom Boxing. There's been talk of potential opponents including Benn himself, who has publicly said he'd go up to 168 pounds for another bout and prove his superiority once again. Beyond Benn, there are other intriguing possibilities, champions and contenders at super middleweight who could bring big money and big attention to Eubank Jr.'s next chapter. Chris Eubank Jr. has confirmed that he's ready to continue his boxing career and take on big challenges at super middleweight, 168 pounds, after a recent setback in the ring. The 36-year-old British fighter, known for his aggressive style and high-profile matches, suffered a clear loss in his rematch with Conor Benn last November, a fight in which he struggled with the weight cut and didn't perform at his usual level. Despite that defeat, Eubank Jr. isn't stepping away from the sport. Instead, he plans to campaign at super middleweight, a division he hasn't seriously competed in since 2019, when he famously defeated James DeGaulle. In recent comments about future opportunities, he responded positively to being linked with a major fight at 168 pounds, saying simply that I would take that. This suggests he's open to big names and high-profile opponents in the higher weight class as part of his comeback. This shift to 168 pounds may reinvigorate Eubank Jr.'s career after recent ups and downs. While fans debate whether he should pursue world titles or blockbuster matchups, the boxer himself appears focused on high-reward opportunities, even if they come against elite competition.